Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Celeste Strawberry Jam. It has been a little bit since I've gotten to play, but you know, doesn't bother anybody. I mean, doesn't bother me any. We always seem to have fun, and you know, if anything, it makes it funnier for you guys because I play worse when I haven't played this game in forever. So yeah, no, makes everybody else happy. All right. Last episode we had dropped ourselves off here by Lost Woods, by Open. Thanks to all these guys for making it. Let's get on into it. Oh boy. Author's note, thanks to Foxtail Grass Studio for letting me use their music in this map. This comes from their album, Seventh Wonder. I'm not going to test whether or not that is, you know, I'm sorry. We're going to play music list just because I don't want to test the YouTube copyright. So you know what? Make sure you have pencil and paper. Who was that? Should probably listen to whoever it was should this forest turn into some kind of maze. Oh boy. Okay. Look, I would have that on, but seeing as you basically just told me, yeah, this is copyrighted music, I'm turning it off. Okay. Very Terraria. Okay then. Yeah, wowzers, alright. Okay then. So, I do have my puzzle solving notebook if I really need to, use pencil and paper. But part of me is also like, let's just see what happens here. Oh, whoa, that is a nasty jump. Okay, so this has got a weird little symbol by it. It seems to be fine so far. That looks to be, yeah, impassable. Okay, so I will assume I need to go this way instead then. Also, I've spoken enough times about this, but dear Lord, colors make or break your stuff here, and right now I'm seeing color problems everywhere. Yeah, this right now screams, dear Lord, give this man some color work, because he needs it. Okay. I mean, it looks like there's stuff up here. Ah, I messed that up. I see what's needed here. I mean, okay, I need to save. My dash for this. Oh my. Okay, this just goes up and up and up and up and up. Yeah, alrighty. Okay, is there any, there is a singular berry. There is a singular strawberry. And why do I want to go this way? Okay. Yeah, I'm like, right now I'll do an invert off of this. Okay, I can just do that as well. Yeah, I kind of figured this was that was like a weird reset. Especially with the way that that's set up. Okay. So if that's the case, let's go see what's happening up and over. Up and over here, seeing as all the other options currently haven't necessarily led me anywhere important just yet. Oh, whoa, okay. Hang on, that's a change where it just no longer keeps that. Yeah, I'm like, okay, now I'm like, I want to go back and look at what we've already seen. Okay, so we had 1 stick. This looks like 2. Okay, so this one almost always is being transferred back to the green. Yeah, which means if I go down the bottom there, that's going to go back to purple. So, okay, so what I'm seeing here is if this has no marks, it returns you back to the one you were. Single stick is orange, 2 sticks is green. Something, something, something like that, I guess. Okay. Alright. Whoo! Okay. I'm getting myself all nosy over here. Ah. I see what's happening here. Oh, wait. Nope. Nope. I am correct. I'm like, it just really wants me to do this stuff. Oh, really? Is that it? Is that it? Is like a weird practice for things that don't help? Fine then. Okay. 3 stick return to orange. That, okay. Huh. I will say, currently right now, I'm viewing this I'm taking this very much as I would a puzzle game, which is I must explore right now. And then once I'm done exploring, I'll start solving some stuff, basically. But, like, right now I will also say I don't have much of a lead. And that is confusing me just a little bit. And like right now I'd kind of wish to have a lead. Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Colors, again, are very, very important in things like this, where my ability to see entirely determines how well I can play your game. And right now, I will say I'm not very happy with the colors on this one. Mainly just because you're using the same set of colors as your, you know, like you're using your spikes color as the same color for everything else. So it is kind of just an eyesore right now. That. Okay. Of course I messed that up. Look, I mean, this is what you all come here for, is me being dumb and stupid. And stupid and dumb. I don't know why I did that way. But I don't know why I did that way either. Man, I sure love having a bunch of reverses in a row. Okay. Lowercase t. Oh, great. Now I'm swapping back and forth between two different colors. Okay, that is the bottom. Okay, that's a swap. And what's over here is a different thing. This I recognize. We've looped ourselves. And that should be, yep. Okay, wait a minute. Are these the Japanese characters for, like, counting? I think I kind of get this. Hang on. Yeah, I'm thinking I kind of get this, cause now I need to find where one stick is. Because it's not one stick, it's one. It is the number 1. And I think I'm seeing the path that needs to be taken is the path that basically is, you know, inscribed on there as the numbers, I presume. Which means, yeah, we need to go reset, basically. And I messed that up. Yoink. Yoink. So this is 1. Now the next gate we're looking for is 2. So we don't want to go through that one because I believe that's 6. And if I'm remembering correctly, 2 is up here. So I am kind of curious about this one because I don't know whether or not the thing that we're going to be, like, what are we allowed to do necessarily with each of these. So that has a 2 on it. It doesn't. I'm like, I would like to think that I could go there, but, you know, I'm uncertain as it doesn't have a marker. I mean, really, in all honesty, this is a mapping puzzle more than anything. So we've gone through numero uno. And down here is not number 2. As much as I may wish. So, I guess we have to be allowed to freely move through a gate somehow. And I'm like, I can't use the method that I was using, because that is increase the count. Yeah, you've got to be able to go through a gate, which, I'm gonna be honest, is a little bit confusing. Because, like, the way you're presenting this puzzle to me seems to imply I shouldn't be able to go through this. So, okay, now we're looking for 2. That is 3. I never did find 2-stick, which is bothering me. I'm like, I thought I swear that we saw 2-stick at some point, but I'm not remembering where 2-stick was. So that takes me there. Oh, this is 2-stick. Okay, so if this is 2, I'm like, because I do know that at least the Japanese kanji is nice in the sense that they are, you know, easily numbered. So that just throws me here, though. Oh, you know what it needs to be? Is there a way to get up here? No, there isn't a way to get up there in reverse. Is there? No. No. I again am kind of like, I don't get necessarily what it wants, other than the fact that 2-stick apparently do be like that. And I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I kind of just want to drop down here for a moment, because We haven't been over here. I see. So that just brings me over to here. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, the amount of stuff there is to do here. So, I don't know if it's one continual line that cannot be broken by, you know, going through a multitude of these, or if it's kind of one that you just have to figure it the frick out. And you can kind of do whatever you need to. And like right now, what I'm seeing is 2 and 3 are on the same, you know, area. So going boop, boop, you'd think would do something. Or rather, like, there'd be a reason to be up here, you know? But, seeing as I don't know what to do necessarily. So that's 3. So we're looking for the 4, I believe. Like, I don't know. I don't freaking know. There's still parts of this that I haven't even seen yet. That I'm like, what do you think? What do you think I'm supposed to do? So not through here. That's... You lose. Good day, sir. Okay, so... We do need to pass through here, like I thought, but it seems like I'm just redoing something I've already done right now. Yeah, I don't think you can pass through the same area in a row twice. Or, sorry, between different lines, basically. Like, once I'm doing this, I've already effectively messed up. If we're taking the intro to be anything. So, effectively, what I understand is 2 is what I'm messing up here. Wow, you took me all the way back down here. The other option is it's countdown. Because that would kind of make sense. The only issue I see with that is I don't see how to go from 6 through to 5. So this is 1. And again, I'm in the position of the only way that I know to get to 2 is to swap to purple. So Yeah, I don't necessarily get this one. Like, I don't think the puzzle is signaled very well. Like, I'd like to say, oh, wait. Cool, there's a teeny little nook there. That's it. I also don't know how strict everything is, like... I don't know crap about what's going on, basically. And I'm very confused. Again, I would turn some of the music on, but I can't. Because they are like, nope, this is copyrighted music, so... I'm already kind of upset because I'm probably still going to get marked for the, like, 5 seconds that I had it going. Or more. Yeah, so... About this, then, like... There's like 70 red herrings. How do you go from... How do you go from this to, you know, hit 2 without coming back here, or coming back... Like... To go through purple somehow. Yeah, you know what? Hang on. I'm looking up the Japanese counting. Japanese numbers. Yeah, I was correct. It is 1, 2, 3 stick. 3 stick. Oh. Whoa, okay. Okay. Hang on. Following that, I do not want that open right now. Get that out of there. I'm looking at the counting system. Okay. There, I've got it up. So this goes to 2. But then it immediately goes back to 1. Yeah, so... I'm like, if I follow through with this, the one that I thought was 4 is 7, actually. Which is crazy, because we haven't even seen, yeah, so we've seen 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 7. I have not seen 5. Yeah, we haven't seen 5. We haven't seen 6. And I don't know how many there's gonna be. So we're on 1 right now. And if this... That is... What? Wait, what? Does that count as me passing through the 2 gate, then? Like, look, I'm gonna be honest, the mechanics of this are not being explained very well 3. So we're looking to go through 4 now, which is all the way back down here. That's the 4 gate. Now I'm looking for 5, which is... It's basically the number 5, but it's got... It looks like 35 if it were, you know, inscribed as a thing. So, I also don't know whether or not, like, my simple mistakes matter, you know, where my deaths also account for stuff, or whether or not, like, you know, me, like, what is my counter reset, basically? Like, I just don't think this is... It's not been showcased well enough, I don't think. I'm very lucky. So, if this is a requirement to go through, then that means this must probably also be. But I have no idea. Oh, hang on. I messed that up. I'm over here like, come on. Okay, no. Oh my god. And I messed that up. Nope. I'm like, you can technically do that, but meh. Okay, hang on. Do. Nope. Oh my god. Like, I need to have this up in a location for me where I can view it easily. There we go. Now I've got it sitting relatively right by chat here. Okay. Doink, 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 doink. Doink, doink, doink. Ah! I look over at my streaming stuff for just a split second and I'm like, oh, hi. Yeah, nope. Stupid noises. Great, alrighty. So, like, this has got to be something, you know, right? Like, really? 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 God, I love the infinite red herrings that this level already is showcasing that it's willing to put forth. I'm gonna be honest, this might be up there currently as one of my least favorites right now, because as a puzzle, I don't understand what I'm doing. I understand, you know, oh, hey, look, it's the Japanese Romanji for counting, so my brain is telling me, okay, go in numerical order, let's count, you know, like, do all that stuff. I mean, we're still on 4 somehow. I don't know whether or not that means that, you know, I need to count through, like, I don't know to what expense because I don't know what I'm doing. There's no feedback being given to me. This currently feels like a puzzle that, was given some pretty good design, but, like, feedback was never concerned, for the player. Like, again, sound, volume, everything matters in games like this, especially when you're doing puzzles. Like, a person needs to know that they're doing something that is in at least somewhat correct, to know whether or not they need to continue down a certain path or not, or, like, you know, because, like, that I know is incorrect because that sends me to 3, which is backwards. If I go through here, because the other way, as we know, is a dead end, this sends me back to here, which leads me in 2 directions. Either I'm needing to find a way to get through there, of which I'm going to be honest, I don't think is reasonable at all. It isn't. It isn't very reasonable. Which then in turn means, okay, pull yourself back to here. I go check over to here, you know. There's nothing. There's nothing over here, as we know. Which means that that's a useless area. Meaning, yeah, I'm like, okay. So if I'm still incorrect about how I handle 2, then 2 needs to give me an alternate path out of 2, of which, like, we don't see. Like, I don't want to call it, or I don't want to say, like, you know, let's stop here, but I've been 38 minutes into this one area, and we still have nothing? Like, if I'm spending 30 minutes on your puzzle, and the only thing I've gotten is basically, oh, I think I know one thing to do, which is, oh, hey, look at this. Like, that was the reset door, basically. So I walk into here, boom, that's 1. If I'm following through with that, the only way to get 2 is for me to now go, well, first off, is to now go boo 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 boo. Act like I'm about to do the reset again, and then that. But does this count as having gone through the 2 door, or is this going through the 2 door? And does the 2 door, which now, by the way, doesn't have a reset, or doesn't have a way out of here, just immediately lead to a reset? Like, if I'm just counting up, great, you know, like, that's nice, but then, you know, to get to 3, oh, the way we do that is by boop boop boo, boop boo boo, and then, alright, where's 4? Well, 4 is all the way back where we were, down and over, you know, in the green area, and then we're back in the same area, or problem where I don't think you can get back over here while 4 is active. And I don't think you can reasonably... Like, this just sends you on a long chain to go do 7. Which, you know, by the way, that's the only other thing we've found so far is 7. Like, if I go through this, you know, yippee, and then, boom, does that count as 4? Like, do you guys understand that this seems like there's no feedback, period, on what I'm doing? Like, does that count as 4? Do I need to go through it now? Like, is that 4? Is that 4? Like, what's the difference? You know, like, I genuinely don't know, and it's not something that, like, oh, some pen and paper are going to magically solve, like the game was, like, you know, trying to hint at using. Like, pen and paper doesn't solve this. Okay, I understand, you know, like, oh, it's count the numbers, or it's, you know, it's go with the numbers. Where's 5? I know that 5 exists. I know it has to because 7 exists. If 7 exists, then I'm like, okay, you know, is it addition? Is 2 secretly a bait? And therefore, you know, let's go 1 and then 3, and then because you jumped to 3, go to 7, or sorry, go to 4, and then because you did 4, it's 3 plus 4, then 7, but then, like, oh, you know, how do you do that? Because in doing so, you go back through 3 as a countdown. Like, again, not enough info is being given here to explain your puzzle. Like, this is something that, like, my Blueprints and Lingo series, like, there's a reason why I rank puzzles so well from Blueprints and Lingo, and that's because, like, they legitimately, you know what, that's actually fair. There is a key there. So we need to get, you know what, part of me is also just considering, like, not even focusing on the numbers on the wall, and just, you know, trying to take it as the, okay, so there's gotta be a way to get to each area's key, without using the, maybe the numbers are traps. Like, maybe they're meant to be bad. 'Cause, like, well, first off, I messed that up there. But, like, okay, you know what? Hang on. Doink, as I messed up. There we go. Do this. Maybe I'm over-focusing on the thing that seems like the obvious puzzle, because we do just need... I'm assuming 4 keys are hidden throughout this place, because there is still the strawberry that we need to solve, at some point. And, you know, that finally makes this spot that we found very early look useful. If I do this, does that take us to purple? So I can now actually go... Well, we don't want purple here is the thing, though. We want this. And then maybe this takes us to purple. It doesn't, which is saddening. You know what it is? This is probably where the strawberry is in a different color. Okay. Let's go take this over, seeing as, you know, we now know. Oh yeah, that's right. Every time that I want to go interact with the keys, I have to go through the long-winded way of, you know, doing stuff this way. Alright, you know what? That means I'm not going to go interact with the keys. Come on. I know you can do this jump. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's right, I couldn't do that jump anyways because of that. Herbiderbider. Herbider. Herbiderbider. Doink, doink, doink. Alright, well, if that's the case, at least I've, you know, solved one of the two problems, which is, do I even care about the Japanese counting going on my screen? No, apparently I do not. It's effectively an equivalent exchange to go over here first, so no negatives from doing this. And then we want to try and figure out a way to go turn that to purple somehow. So I can go through here immediately. That just swaps it to orange. Does doing that after this, so that's now orange. And this is now purple. Yeah, so now we've swapped the polarity there. And that, I assume, matters a lot. Why that's there, I still don't understand necessarily, but, you know, it's fine. I'm betting we can now go through this spot. I'm like, please, please. I've already mentioned one of the other problems I have with this, which is just general color issues. Man, I love general color issues. Doink, doink. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So we in the purple, we orple right now, and that becomes green. So I'm assuming now, because we're in green, as I entirely flubbed that, I'm assuming now because we're in green, changing to green through this will not change to green. It'll change to purple. Okay, that was gate number 5, apparently. So we've done a thing. And again, the way to get up here, as we saw, was this. There we go. So that's key 2 there. And then I'm assuming I go through this now. Oh, which puts us at green in here. Does that make this spot fancy? Well, that makes it have a key. You know the spot that I didn't check for if it had a thing? The spot over here where I thought, you know... Oh, okay, well, that's sad. Yeah, there's even a little arrow here that's like, hi, yeah, you can check something right here. I found someone's notebook. It has some kind of clue written on it. Ichi, well, I can't understand a thing. Yeah, no shoot. No shoot, Sherlock. It's a freaking, it's counting. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, hey, you kind of just messed up, you know? Yeah, I'm aware. So there is the 3 keys we need. So level's beatable now. But I'm assuming that's not it, obviously. Because if that were it, you know, like we'd be done. But we're still missing the strawberry. And yeah, no, I have no concept of where that strawberry could be immediately. If I go through here, oh, ain't that interesting? You make it purple here now. So part of the problem now that exists is going to be getting us back out of this. Which again, anyways, I think we go through... Oh! Hi, gate number 5. This is number 5. I don't know why I miscounted. The last gate was 6, actually. Yeah, okay, so we go... through here, through here, through here, boom, boom. Wait a minute. So, if the... maybe the counting does still matter. Maybe the counting does still matter. I don't know, man. I don't frickin' know. Like, I'm solving the puzzle and I don't know how, because this puzzle is so absurdly cryptic that, like, I still haven't seen how you get up there yet. Like, I don't understand what's going on up there. I know that this is a thing. You know, like, good job. I've spotted a thing. Also, if for instance what's it called? The strawberry only exists in like one of these versions of the area down here. Interesting that it's gone now. Yeah, so that was 6. I mean, I've only seen it go up to 7. The problem is yeah, I just have no concept of what's going on here at all. Like, this is... good job. You've made a cryptic puzzle. You've made a person who adores and loves solving puzzles unbelievably confused. And now I'm not entirely sure what it is you want from me. Oh, by the way, now this is swapped to orange. Except for it's purple now. Because, of course, you know, why would it be anything but? Doink, doink, doink. If I climb up here... like, my hope is just that it's another key and that there's not a strawberry actually in the environment, because if that's the case, like, what the frick? Okay, this is now easy enough. We've gotten out. Yep, it's a strawberry in the environment. So, great. We've unlocked the way to win. Now, how do I solve this? Because that's great and all. It's great and all, chat, that we've solved, you know, this part. At least. Like, I can go beat the level now if I really wanted to. But as we know, I'm not after beating the level. I'm after beating the, I'm after beating all the stuff that, the level has to, or the game has to offer me. Which includes things such as, you know, everything going on beyond the level. So how the frick do I get over there? Like, very clearly there's a way up and over and around something up to there. I mean, you know, one well-placed demo dash through that probably, you know, does enough for you. Why the frick is that crystal, like, just growing in the spike? You know? Okay, well, now it's orange. Which is bad, because that's not the way you want this. I'm like, that's a very nice way to have said, ah yes, thank you, go reset. At least there's a nice, neat little reset door right there, basically. So yeah, this puts us on this side. It really does feel kind of directional, in all honesty. Like, it kind of makes me want... So, if I'm... So that makes it orange. Which in turn makes that green. Oh, and that just returns us to purple doing that. Huh, that's funny. Why would you let that be so easy? Wait, what? I was like, huh? Did I just pass through this without, you know, actually interacting with it? No, no, I'm crazy. So, that makes it purple. So I've been in there while it's green. And I've been in there while it's purple. How do I get in there while it's orange? I still also don't know the exact, like, what I'm allowed to do at each step, you know, like, what's valid, what isn't. Like, again, we're in the boat where it's like, okay, if you follow the rules of what's assumed here. Hi, did I just pass through 4 after doing 5, you know? Or, sorry, 6? Like, where the hell is the hidden strawberry? Like, I'm glad there's only the one strawberry. I think I would go mad. Like, at least in blueprints, like, when they give you something, like, super cryptic, there's normally hints to it as to, like, hi, yeah, you should try this, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is just like, oh, yeah, by the way, I shoved a million numbers, attached them to weird gates, make it look like you can count with them, but then actually you can't. Like, why would you be able to do anything at all? Why would you think you can do anything? I didn't say you could do anything. If anything, I'm lying to you. So that's gate number 8, by the way. I just realized. That's gate number 8, which makes this even more question mark. So, because you can solve this without knowledge of the gates. You can solve the basic puzzle without knowledge of the gates. It's making me wonder if I have to go through a setup here to make it so that you can count each of them, basically. I mean, this is, like I said, looking more and more like I'm supposed to count up with every single step I take, you know. The problem is, I still don't know where that ends up. And as I flail, there we go. So, there's got to be a way through here in some level, or some version. Yeah, I mean, you know, the good news is I was intending on doing a lot of my puzzle series recordings today. So right now it kind of just feels like I'm getting that now. The problem is, so there is part of me who's like, I would like to go count or do the I want to see how many gates there are in total. Real quick, just because, you know, like, it's just weird to me, the way this is being done. So, I'm like, I can name, or I can put, like, 3 of them down prior to entering this side. Yeah. You know what, let's just go through. I guess I'm going to need my puzzle notebook, which means, hey, guess what, everybody? He's getting to pull that out and have some fun. I will say, though, we're probably not solving this today, just because, you know, I am technically doing overtime right now, but I would like to do, you know, I'd like to do this if possible. Here, let's throw it roughly pre-lingo. So this one right here, as we know, hang on. Sorry, my arms are kind of weirdly sharing the desk right now with the notebook and the keyboard. Like, this is not the most easiest of setups here. Doink, doink. So, as we know, as I fail, this right here is 1. So I'm gonna just mark 1. Yeah, I'm just gonna mark 1 through 9. Yeah, I feel like I should draw a map as I do this, because I probably should draw some sort of map out of this. Yeah, alright. So, bottom left is 1, which, as we go through, we kind of lose. Well, it's 1 if it's green, goes to orange. Orange goes back to... Orange goes to purple. And purple goes to orange. And then if I go here... I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. We go boop. We know that doing this, so this is midway up, so this is, yeah, this is, 2p, goes to green, and then, it also says orange goes to green. So this door only has the 2 while it's sitting there. And if we go here, there's a gate here that just doesn't exist while we're here. So if I mark that, that is no P. Orange goes to purple. We haven't seen this spot in green. Orange goes to purple. I kind of want to see this spot in green real quick. Because... Oh, whoa. I'm glitching it the frick out. Yeah, okay, so... Orange goes to purple, obviously. But as we did just see, there is one that exists for green. So if I do this... Hang on. I'm like, I want to get this to be green somehow. Is there a way to cheat it so that there's green here? I mean, that's just purple. Again. I'm like, if I could just see up here while it's green, you know? Like, if I could just look and see, like, whether or not that changes anything, that would be nice. We'll get back to this one in a moment. Yeah, but... Ugh. Okay, so, you know what? We know that... Yeah. Okay, so... That one I'm just not going to worry about for right now. This is... It's 4 orange. When we do that. And this is like in the middle. Well, it's approximately parallel with the 1. So if this is green, it goes to the 4-0, and 4-0 goes back to green. We've done this while this is purple before, and I believe that's like the major solve of the main puzzle that's here. Sorry that that is jarring for people. Hang on. You know, I had to do that anyways, where I had to still jump back on the wall regardless. We're doing puzzle solving live now, which is crazy to me. Alright, yeah. Again, I will concern myself with you when I can figure out how to mess with the cycle. So, this is 3P. 3P. It goes to orange. And orange goes to 3P. If I were to be orange, however, I mean, it still swaps, so we want to come here when this is green as well, because something about that. How did we get to being green here? Because I know we did, I think it was by going up and around. Hang on. It was by going up and around and through here. Which, glad that I can do that now. So this is bottom right, which is purple goes to green. And there is one version of this which is, I think the orange version of this is 7 if I remember correctly. So this is 7-0 somehow. Again, we can go figure that out in the future. But for right now I have to figure out how to get up while, you know, at this point. Because that is a struggle in and of itself. This gate right here is sort of the mid gate, I'm realizing. Or it's another one that it sends you to orange on, or that one, yeah. So I know the O says no. And it doesn't like letting me over to it. Green makes this, green says this is, oh, green says this is 9. Hang on. G, that's 9G, you know, greater than 5G internet. Freaking. Just make this easy to get to. Oh my god. I mean, look, I know a bunch of neutrals should be doable very easily, and I'm normally very good at doing neutrals, but I'm not good at doing neutrals while splayed out like a weird cat trying to play this game. friggin', okay, 9G goes to that, and as we know, being purple here also sends you to orange, which has nothing. So I can't go figure this one out real quick, just because, yeah, that said no. Hang on. So send that through here. We'll go back through for two reasons. One reason being I just want to confirm my suspicions of that being 7. Yep, that is 7. And that makes it purple. So 7-0 goes to purple. Purple goes to green. And green goes to purple. Okay. This is 5, which is kind of near the center. Yeah, so 5P goes to green. And green goes back to there. So I need to figure out how to get this orange as well. G. And for orange, swap back. Got it. So basically, this is a giant list of frickin' pipes in a line that tells us effectively... I mean, okay, so there's 4 currently that I'd like to see what you can do if you can find a way to back loop them. The problem is doing that. So this one, we're here at green. I'd like it to be purple. Not happening very easily. Unless I'm green in there, which I know how to do. I just need to now go do that again. Let's go be purple. Hang on. Again, there is a notebook on my arms while I am doing this because I don't have much desk space. And this is a problem that I don't know if the level creator really intended for to be an additive to the challenge, but it is. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, it's purple. I said it's purple. Now it's orange. Okay. Did I ever mark that one? I did not ever mark that one. Hang on. You can do that, which sets it through. So this one is, we'll mark it as the bottom, or bottom here. Purple goes to green, and green goes to 8 orange, and then back to green. So that one's important. So then this one's the orange, which goes to purple, which swaps us here. So that one for 8-0 is really, like, important. And then the way to swap the polarity, or to use our swapped polarity, is to go through here now. This will put us at green, which means when we go through this door here, we will be purple. And now we get to see what happens when I go through this door as purple. Which is, it swaps it to green. So purple swaps to green. Don't go through that. That'll swap it to orange. Don't go through that. That'll swap it to orange. Okay. I'm like, I need to go up here. And then, once I'm up here, this is green 5. That is correct. And green 5... Or, right, that is green 5. Yeah, that's green 5. Okay, green 5 goes to purple. And once you've done that, you've kind of screwed the loop, because there is none of them that goes back. Which sucks. Because that means now I need to go through and re-loop and see what else I can go back with. Because that's nice to think about, is how to go backwards with this. And then... Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Uncertain, uncertain, uncertain. Potato, potato, potato. Because we still want to be green going through that at some point. And we want to be orange going through the one that's not this one, but the one that, the one that's right there by the one that's below us, on the other side of the gorge here. Which, yeah, this makes us green again. But sets us here, which doesn't necessarily help us. Yeah. Huh. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna say we're gonna go through the loop one more time. And once I'm through said loop, doink doink. Yoop. And doop. Alright, we go through, I go boing boink, jumps us over, that bounces us to here. We kind of need another one of those that I can do that with. Oh, wait a minute. No, what happens when we're orange, we can figure out right here. We just haven't figured out what green does going through this right now. So if there's a way to go through to get back up to here without using as I mess that up. So if I go through here, that makes us green. We don't want to go through there. You can sneak around that, maybe. I totally think you can sneak around that. I don't know if that's intentional. That's a nice little shove my face into the wall and cry. Not doing it that way. That's nice. I'm like, if I can get through and around. Perfect. Okay. So that's very annoying to do. And while we're here, yep, that's the 9. So I can go through this now as green. And that makes us purple. Green brings us back to 3P. We're orange again. So, you know, things don't necessarily matter either way. And then orange takes us to green. On this. Orange takes us to green, which takes us to purple. So, from what I'm getting from this, each gate has a number attached to it. It goes it goes 1 through 9, basically. I'm assuming, my assumption is that we have to go through each gate in order, meaning that as we go through, we need to end up in the situation where basically we're guaranteed able to, you know, pull out whichever number it should be and walk through it in order. Which means that there is somehow a way to go 1, 2, okay. So that's weird. That's weird. I still don't know what the full rules of these are and what counts as a, you know, reset necessarily. Because, yeah, obviously counting to 9 here is the strawberry, basically. Like, this level is basically one giant, hey, we know you want a strawberry, so here, struggle with it. And figure it the frick out. The real success on this is getting the strawberry. So, if we go back through to the start here, we're currently on 1. Now, to go and get purple, to go get 2, we want the purple side of, as I'm running up here. We want the purple side of this one. Now, again, I still don't know what technically counts as purple, or having gone through this, because in all honesty, like, have I gone through it now? Have I not? Like, have I gone through it now? Like, what is purple, basically, is the problem here. Because, you know, that's the great part of this. With this, however, though, if that is counted as us going through it, because, you know, we've been through it, and we haven't reset our count in any way, then going through here leads us to 3, and then the trip to 4 requires that we stay orange right now. We go through here. We want to launch ourselves through. And then this will be a transfer into this, which again, I still don't know what counts as having gone through that. We now need to make it green. And it needs to be green. No, we have to go through that while it's orange. We have to go through that while it's orange. That's the only way you can head up to green and do that. Okay, so I need to somehow be in the loop already with the ability to go through green from this side. That's a bit more confusing. Oh, and I have to fake reset as well. Which, that's just not possible, I don't think. Like, I have to fake use... I have to fake use this door right here. And again, you know, I don't know what counts as having gone through and, you know, messed with your number count. Like, did I just set myself to 1 now? Like, does it preserve across the colors? Like, there's... Like, this is nice puzzle making. I just, again, am like, I need some sort of symbolism of like, hey, you're doing this right, or no, you're an absolute dingus. Like, this right here is great, you know, but like, have I just gone through the 8 door now? Like, there's too much that I do not understand in this puzzle. So yeah, we've obviously been through the 3 door now. Like, I won't even argue that. I've been through the 3 door now. As I keep messing this up. And then this goes here. Right, I'm the wrong color right now. I'm very much the wrong color right now. I'm like, wait a minute. We are incorrect here. I've messed this up greatly. That's fine. Okay, now we go up, over, through, over and through. We want this. We want this, 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 and then through. Again, no information to me given about whether or not that actually counts as something. If we have... Right. We were after going through here. Which, again, does that count as going through that? Like, does that count as going through the 4... Or the... Sorry, the 6th door? We're now green. And I currently need to go climb up. Because this is the only way that I know how to get up to here. You know, the thing is I'm gonna get there and it's gonna be like, because I know that I have definitely done at least one thing wrong probably here. I mean, every gate I've gone through, I've gone back through, so, like, I don't know if it matters, but... Okay, so now we're in 5 land. We need to head to 6, which... Oh! I never marked 6. Because I marked it as a 5. That's 6. Anyways... So the only way to get through to 6 now, without resetting myself down to 3, I'm assuming, is by doing some weird funky stuff to make it so that that purple doesn't count as a purple when we go through it. That's kind of my interpretation of this puzzle right now so far, is it doesn't count as the thing when you're going through it if it isn't that thing. Which, you know, also allows for the viability of what we're doing to work. Alright, so now we're here. I again do have to quite literally break the loop to get in here. So I didn't go through that while the 3 was up, therefore we're not in there while the 3 is up. So we're fine. So this should be this. This should be 6. If I go through over to here again, yoink. We need to head to 7, which requires that we be orange, walking through the bottom gate of, not this one, over here. We want to be orange as we go through the bottom gate down there, which this makes me orange, so I might as well take it. That should make me orange, like I said, or that should make me whatever color I need to be. And then we need to go to 8, which requires that I go back up and around. If I go through this, I'm going to be on purple, which is perfectly fine. But when I go through purple, that's going to lead me... I really need... I haven't drawn myself arrows saying which ones can go where. Which is absolutely great, because I feel like an idiot for not having done so. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. Those 3 can go there. This one can go there. That's a one-way. Okay, I can do that in a moment and draw more of those. So, I'm green right now. I need to get up. Which takes me through here. That would be 9. But we don't like that. This is going to take me into the purples, which is fine. I now need to find a way to be green again. I didn't think that through. Wait, if I go through... Oh no, if I go through the 2 gate right now, it would reset me. So, hang on. That sets me back. Wait. Aren't I on 8? Yeah, I'm on 8. Durr. I go through again. I come back out. I go through again. And now I need to turn myself back to green and go through that. which is as simple as using this gate right here to go boop boop. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is, however, as simple as looping around again to be green in here. Yoink, yoink. I flopped that. Imagine you also have to do it deathless. Like, I'd cry a little bit inside. I could, but, you know, the game's not going to give me info to tell me whether or not that is the case, you know. Because the maker of this level didn't think to put info in their puzzle that, you know, is all about figuring stuff out. Like, you give players little nudges of like, yeah, they're doing the right thing, or no, you're not doing the right thing. Okay. So we definitely did it wrong. I can tell you that much. Because if we did it right, something, something, something would have happened. You know, maybe the game would have told us that something would have happened, but like, I don't know. So there's something that I messed up somewhere along the way that I don't understand entirely. I'm gonna be honest, this is a very annoying puzzle. And it's not annoying because, like, you know, it's not fun. Like, I can see this being a very good puzzle, in all honesty. Like, I like what we've got here. I can see things going on. I just don't see... I don't have enough info as to what counts as doing something, and whether or not this is a mistake or not, or what. Like, I don't know. I do not know. And if that isn't a mistake, then that's one, you know. I can go here, run through, that'll be 2, you know. And then if I run through here, you just go straight through this time. That'll be 3. Okay, so where's 4? 4 is down. Yeah, and we want to not be purple as we go through. But we want to make it so we end up orange. Yeah, orange goes to green, goes to orange, going through here. Okay, so that goes... Okay, that's fine. That goes here, here. Again, uncertain what counts. Can I just do the super so that I can do my wall jump and... Okay. Uncertain what counts there. Because nobody's told me what actually counts as having gone through the door. Because in this instance, it is very important that you tell me, especially with the way that you do it. And you're not, which sucks. But, you know, I can whine and complain all day and, you know, nothing will change. Okay, so now I need to make sure that I'm green when I go through there. Meaning I'm evading going through any numbered doors as best I can, meaning, hi, we're purple now. I refuse to stop. Like, I don't cheat on puzzles. I do not think this is a good puzzle. Because the way it is set up is very much, like, screwy, doesn't tell you enough info for things. Like, I just don't like it right now. Okay, we're green now. Which means when I go through the purple door, it'll be purple. Right. No, we go through here, which will send us through into purple. Purple sends us back to green. Green can send us to the 5 door. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. And yoink. Yoink. Yoink, I say. Yoink, I say. Yoinky sploinky. Doink. Up to here. Okay, do. Yep. And then this goes here. Okay. And then we need to go down to not bottom right, but effectively close. We can't go through there because I need to swap myself first. So that goes there. Again, no idea whether or not that means I've now gone through 8, and no idea whether or not that means I've now gone through 3. Going through here while it's purple makes me 6. We do that. So now we're 6, I believe. If I go up through here, that makes us orange, which is all I need. Which means this is 7. Again, no idea whether or not I'm still on the right track. And then I need to go up, around, and through. We want orange. We need to pass through. We want to pass through up there as a color other than purple. Or up there as a color other than purple. Sorry. Yoink, yoink, yoink. So this goes here. We cannot go back through that now. And then I need to pass through this a few times. That makes us green. That makes us orange. That makes us have gone through 8. Hopefully. Again, I don't think I need to say it, but no information to the player given. That makes us purple. If we go through, we just need to become green, which again requires the loop. I still have no idea what that area up there is. You know, it'd be great if I'm secretly missing gate 10. Also, if that death just ended the run, I'm going to beat the level creator for this. Because, like, that is genuinely atrocious, if that's the case. Like, oh, you can't die while doing this? Okay. that's that. I mean, it would make sense for Celeste, you know, that you can't die while doing this. But this is, again, also, I should mention, no feedback to the player whatsoever. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea at all. Yeah. Okay, cool. I've done everything to my best understanding. No clue whether or not I'm correct at all. My only guess now is, okay, do it deathless, which, fine. Like, I'll do that if that's really what matters. If anybody in chat knows, you are welcome to say whether or not that is correct or incorrect. Like, please tell me whether I am right or wrong. With my assumption of you needing to do this on, you know, needing to do this deathless or whatnot. Like, yeah, this would be harder than the Silverberry, which, by the way, I could go do the Silverberry right now, but, you know, because the Silverberry on this is four total challenges, basically, and that's it. If this is really harder than the Silver, I don't understand it. If I'm missing a 10th one, that would also be appreciated, to know, because I don't know what it is, and the only path that I could really see is the ones that I've taken, effectively. So, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't really like any of this. Yeah. There we go. I mean, I've finished my diagram. It's not about a deathless attempt. Okay. Is it about counting 1 to 9? Is there a 10? Is there a 10 that I am missing somewhere? Because I have accounted for every gate that I know of. And if it's something I've messed up there where there's a gate that I don't know, then the only way is through somewhere that I don't see how you get into. Which I have been looking at that spot to see how you get into that one spot that's up here. And, you know, we do have a preserved 9 right now. I will say. Like, our 9 is currently preserved, I believe. Or it should be. If it isn't, because I messed up, then, you know, yippee, I've already messed up. But, yeah. I mean, I could see, woo, that's not what I meant to hit. My debug key being inches away from my, hang on. If I go up here, you're not quite on track for the idea of solution. How? How so? Because if it's not counting, I know I've gotten I've counted 1 through 9. The hint that the level gives is Ichi, meaning 1, which is, you know, I'm assuming your starting point, basically. Ergo, you know, count from 1 to 9, basically. And if it's go the other way, then great, I can do that as well, you know. But, you know, maybe don't give me a hint that says 1 as the only info you give me in this level. Like, I'm going to be honest, we're going to be continuing this next stream at this rate anyways, because there's no way I have enough time right now. But the only other option I see, and it's even worse, is going 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, basically. Which, fair, You know, you can go 2-to-1. That would solve the main issue that I've been seeing, which is how do you go from, 2-to-1 without looping backwards? I can understand the concept of trying to do it no skips, meaning no going through each a teleporter multiple times. However, the problem is there is, or not a teleporter. There is no way to get through certain pathways without going through a teleporter. Like, that's just how it is. Like, the path to go from 2 to 3 requires that you go through a different color. Like, there's no evading that. You have to go through a telly at some point. So I don't have the map. I don't know how to exactly open up the map, and I've never been good at figuring that out. But I know there's one berry here. The only thing that has been given to me is the introductory paragraph. And again, I've accepted, now we're going back through everything. The only thing it does tell me is the intro area. Right. Like, see, look at that. Like, that was really nice and simple. And we went from 3 to 2, and now we're going to 1 here, effectively. If I could just do this. The only other hint that I have is this thing right here, which is this little sign, which is just a disclaimer that, by the way, this is copyrighted music, so I can't use any of it in the video, which is why we're muted right now on the volume other than this. Have I found the location where I think the berry will be? I believe this was used. Yeah, I believe this was used as a key. The spot where I think the berry will be is in here, right down here, which is where the hint shows up anyways for things, because, this is the only little secret area. It's unused other than showcasing the hint for this. I think it shows up here. Which, again, great, whatnot, but, doesn't tell me crap. So, there's my thought process, Like, my only other idea is just doing it without ever going through more than, like, one teleporter to get to a place. Yeah. There's a room I'm missing. Great. Okay. Can I get guidance towards that room, please? Because what I know is there's 2 trees. And this going on. I know where each of the key locations are because we've obviously finished all of the key locations. Like, I've grabbed every key. I know the pass-through between the 2 tree trunks. Like, I know all that. I think it's up high. Okay. If it's up there, it isn't. That's, yep. I've been up here. I've done everything up here. Can't go over there. If I do the fun little trick to put myself up here. Can't go there. Can't go up and right here. If I do this real quick, so I end up back over here. And I keep screwing up. I can go through here, and if there's a little, like, secret wall that's up here, I'm gonna be mad. But that's the other option that exists is, oh, there's a secret wall to get into here, which I don't see how. But I do know that you somehow end up over there because there's a dash crystal. And that is the one spot that I don't know how to get into. I'm not doing a demo dash because I suck at demo dashes and I don't even know how to do them properly yet anyways. And if it's a requirement, then it hasn't taught me yet. The only way that I can see how to get up there is demo dashing right now. And this is the spot that is basically it. Like, that's it. And I've been here in all colors. These spikes are never not here. They are always here. If there's a way to do this where, you know, here, we can go do the swap. We can go do the swap real quick as I mess up, but it's fine. If I go through here, we get this. We can be purple. I can go up here while purple. Like, that's still there while purple. And if I now go try and become green, you know, by doing the loop again for the 18th time. I don't know why I just decided, oh yes, I'm jumping off the cliff. Doink, doink, doink. Up and up. Oh, nope, never mind. I was blind. Okay. Chat, you can yell at me and call me stupid. I missed that. I don't know why I thought that was not the case. Okay. Hope you took notes. I did. You can get the heart in 10 season changes. What is the order of season changes that you need to get the heart that takes you from the fewest number of season changes from restarting the levels? Hope you took notes. You can get the heart in 10 season changes. From restarting the level. There we go. Okay. So, also when we pass through 9, it does tell you that. Okay. Alright, fine, fine, fine. I will accept that that was me being dumb. I will accept that that was me being dumb and that I just didn't try going up here yet. So that means there is a path that goes through literally each gate once. Yeah, that's a bit insane. So, I'm assuming that means that each gate on the road is used once, obviously. So 1, 2, back through 2, over 3, jumps down to 4. God, so you're expected to do this in, yeah, 10 changes for 9 gates. So 1 reuse is needed, and the only spot that I can see a reuse is for 2 if you're going through it that way. Look, this is all also dependent on whether or not you have to go through the numbered gates. If it's just go through the numbers in order, then that's actually decently easy enough. The problem becomes more about then. The problem then becomes more about making sure that you're skipping the purple gate between 2 and 3, which is the main issue for that somehow. But otherwise, if the gates are literally go through all of them in order, I mean, we have to restart the level anyways, so I'm going to go accept my win. Do you want a hint that would save you a major headache? If it is the solution, no. I do not. But I do know that, obviously, that is the strawberry there. Right, and I have to go through and get this. But if it's something as simple as, like, you actually do not need to follow this, you know what else I've realized? There's probably a cheese. Would they have checked? It might just be a counter, which, if that's the case, I'm gonna laugh. Because that is genuinely, like, bruh, dumb coding. Be like, you know, oh, just get here in 10. Yoink, run back through and over. But, no, if it's something as simple like, you know, just follow the numbers in order, then, yeah, no, I kind of understood that, as kind of what I assumed it was. The solution is done in the berry room? Are you kidding me? That's stupid. That is genuinely stupid. That is genuinely stupid. It's a freaking counter? Bruh. Hang on, we're going back. We're going back. I'm grabbing that. That's stupid. That is so stupid. Yeah. All right. 1. Hang on. I keep messing this up. Come on. Yes, I did. I've done everything in the base game. My track record for Celeste is pretty large. I have completed old Summit Eastside, and that is probably my biggest achievement in the game, because old Summit Eastside is basically a Silverberry of ultimate hell. That is number 2, which makes this number 3, which it still is. So now I just need to get into the berry room with only, you know, with only a few more swaps. So let me figure this out from here. So if I go down, that'll swap us to purple, and that'll be 4. Swap us to green. That'll be 5. Swaps us back to purple. 6. Back to green is 7. Do I have to be on the offset where it's 10 or 9 is the issue here? Because if that's the case, that's yucky. You know what? We'll just try it. Doink, 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 doink. Do. Whoop, whoop. Go through here. Or sorry, I just realized I said Old Summit Eastside was like a silver. I misspoke. It's a gold. I'm an idiot. Because obviously that's how that works. But the additive to it is Old Summit Eastside is literally hell. It is described, if I remember correctly, climbing the entire mountain in one level the wrong way, the wrongest way imaginable. Yeah, no, me see that one, me get scared. I have PTSD whenever I see the introductory part of it, in the current D sides, which I'm still working my way through, Summit D, or New Summit D, which, in all honesty, I believe is the same as Old Summit D. I just, you know, haven't done it yet. Again. Nope, I misdid that. But yeah, no. I've been done with the base game of this for a long while. I've only put, like, a ton of hours into this. So, okay. Wait a minute. So, it's done in the berry room? Wait a minute. Do you have to do the path? Anyways, let's go back through. Oh, it's the path? Hang on. Let me... It's the path. So that would be... I don't even remember. I know purples are our evens. Or sorry, yeah, purples are our evens, greens is odds. This would be number 7, I believe. That we're going for. Is the whole thing that I'm going through just trying to, you know, waste it so I show up at 9? Correct and or incorrect? Because I don't think... I'm starting to think that this is incorrect. Okay, boop, boop. Yes, I know we're only on 7, but I'm again triple checking. Nope, okay, cool, cool. Do this, do this. Man, I sure love wasting time doing this over and over and over again when I also have other things I need to go do when you get to the berry room. Wow, it is just go through 9 seasons and end up there. It is just that go through 9 seasons and end up there. It's not a code, it's just go through 9 seasons, end up there. That's kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. Or if it's go through 10. I would like to know if it's go through 10. Because if it's go through 10 and end up there, then I need to adjust. Like, now. It is a code. Great. Okay, so it is actually... do the whole path. Got it. Okay. It's the path in the order that you go through to get there, right? Okay, well, we're on number 9 now. Yeah, I understand that, which, you know, fair enough. That's what I thought it was, is I thought that this was the input location. Whenever you said it's a code, I'm like, oh, okay. So, alright, well, I did take notes then, because, cool. We're on the 9th season, if that matters at all. And yeah, what we've got on the background behind us is what it is. So, it's the order that you go through to get the thing. So, if that's the case, that is, God, that is really annoying. Okay. So, if you go 1, 2, 2, you can go to 3. No, I see what the solution is based off of what it wants from here. It's, what is the order of season changes? So it's literally you have to go solve the level in the fewest season changes imaginable. And that's what you do, is that. Now, I'm trying to save myself time right now by being like, okay, where were the keys? Because I know where the keys are, relatively. Yeah. Unlike the actual number. Oh, you mean the actual numbers? Like the order that you go to? Yeah, fair. Fair. God, I wish I took note on when you had access to each key. Because yeah, that is important here. You know what? We can go do that real quick. God, I have gone so overtime. Yeah, I've gotten so overtime, it's not even funny. I'm, I have accepted that I am going to be recording a lot of my stuff that I intended to record today, much later. Because the thing is once I know where all the keys are and what color they are, I can actually kind of solve out where it is, because I drew the path, in my notes. And that's all you need is just the path. So I'm 90% sure. Hang on. Stand up here. Yep, this is purple key. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably a lot of people cheat this. This is green, which is dropped to from here. If this is G, it's a key. You can go get that. Which that is the last key I got, so we're aware. And then the orange key, I believe. Hang on. Well, I mean, the only reason, by the way, why I'm still doing this is because my goal is, at the end of the day, to 100% the strawberry jam. I do enjoy playing, you know, the strawberry jam, and most of the levels have been fun. It's just, you know, yeah, this sucks. The orange key is right there. Yeah, that's orange key. So this goes to O key. At least I believe that's where the orange key is. Let me check. Yeah, that's where the orange key is. Okay, so like you said, doesn't matter how many times you've been through. Once you've been through enough times, you know, all that matters is that you're able to get back there. And we can sit there and I can figure out effectively a path that goes through. That was a weird. Also, I've been playing this entire session practically with a freaking, you know, handicap of my notebook, my puzzle notebook, sitting on my desk, where my arms are, might I mention, which are needed very much so to do all this. Okay, boom. Boom. Yeah, even if you had to cheat. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I enjoyed doing the crystal hearts in base Celeste. But that's also because they had good signaling. I'd argue that one of them is really bad, and if you know, you know. It's the frickin', it's the obvious one. Okay, so 2 is a skip, as we know. So when you start, you're green. So when you're green, you go to orange immediately. Then you head up and go to purple, which is 5. Yeah. Purple, which is 5. We then need to find a way to get to something. 3 is just the immediate way to go through. 3, 6. Or sorry, 3, then 7. Oh wait, no, that's right, because you need to do... Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, so it's... Well, does going through 8 twice count as 8? Like, does it count as 8 twice, or what? Like... Huh? So you're forced to go through 1 as the first one. Like, that's a guarantee. If we follow that up, then the next is 5. But I'm assuming based off of the way that this is, it's reading my dash inputs, and then staying still for a while is 9. So I'm assuming that I've already messed up. Yeah, I've already messed up most likely. So if we go 1, 5, 8, 8. Screw you. I know it might actually help, but I don't want to sit down and do it right now. As is. I'm pretty annoyed by this. God. Just restart. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so, yeah, shut up. Shut up. Alright, so, we go 1. And then, I go up and over. And we sit on over... right here. Doink, doink. This is number 5, I believe. Okay. So then, we go through here. Back through here. So 8's our double. Whatever. That grabs us the orange key. I'll do it just because, you know, why not? Okay. Doink. Doink. Okay. Doink, doink, doink. Cool. So that grabs us the orange key. Careful not to fall into 8 again. So we have... currently 1, 5, 8, 8. This will be 3. This will turn us purple. Or this will turn us... yeah, this will turn us purple. As I mess it up. This will turn us purple. So 3 is here. We now need to go grab the purple key. Which means we need to become green. Meaning we need to go to 7. Guaranteed. I love that. So we need to go to 7 here. As I mess that up again. As I mess that up again. As I mess that up again because freaking my arms are set weird. Okay, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. 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 Done. Alright, this is gate 7. We're green now. Despite not having actually passed through the 7 gate. Okay. Okay, boom, boom. Look, I can go get the key, really, if we want to. As I mess it up. Okay, 7, and then that also sends us through 6. Like, because I forgot to mark down that that is 6. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, the key's up here, so we'll go grab it real quick. There we go. That sets us down to here. Which then, with this, we're on 7 usages so far. We've got 2 keys. I go through the 4 gate. That puts us at 8 total. Puts us at 8 total usages. Screw off. Which puts us there. And then we don't want to go through that, because that will break it. But we need to go through... We need to go through the 2. Now. Yay, second person has arrived. Yippee. There's actually been more than... There's been a fair few people here. In fact, currently there's more than 2 people according to YouTube, but that's not actually the case, really. Okay. I go through here. This will send us into orange. Oh, no. I need to get out of the... I need to be either purple or orange right now. I need to be purple or orange right now. If I go through 5, it makes me purple. Third person here. All right, everybody number off. Everybody number off. First 3 are already here. Fourth person, number off. Number off. Fourth person, number off. Let's go. Okay. So this is going to go purple, which removes it. And that is number 5, which is number 9 there. And then for the finale... We go through here, which sets us to green. That is 2. And that is it done in 10. Bingo, bango, bongo. That uses everything except for number 9, actually, which leads me to believe that 9 just wasn't even coded. Otherwise, I kind of hate the level creator for it, but, yeah, that's how you get it in 10, right there. Done exactly the way that I was, told to. So, if that is the case, and we are all set, solved, done, all I need to do now is go input the code. Well, it says to stay perfectly still is what it's implying. Which, I'll save myself the time. I realized that I was about to do this the hard way. Actually, no, I was not about to do that the hard way. I should have done that way. Yeah. We go up and around and through. Like, the way it's implied there is you leave it perfectly still. So, I'm assuming you wait for an extended period of time, which is what they would do in other games. But, seeing as, you know, waiting is implied, you know, like... I'm just hoping that they didn't actually code in the 9, because otherwise I'm kind of a bit annoyed at the level maker now. I mean, I already have been. This has, like, negative feedback to the player. You know, proof, by the way, of, like, my dedication to the games I play is this stream right here now. Can I have that? Thank you. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Excuse me, I was doing this. Alright, so I'm gonna hope and pray that they didn't actually code it, but, so, 1, 5, 8, 8, 3, 7, 6, wow, I did that wrong. Okay, let's just clear the queue real quick, because I messed that up. Okay, 1, 5, 8, 8, 3, 7, 6, 4, 5, and 2. Oh my god. Get that out of here. Get this out of here. I'm done. Good days. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. I'm done. I'm done. I need yeah. Ah! Freaking it's over. Get flash the save file because I'm done with this crap. Woo, it's done. Okay. Let's go find where we're going next. You love to see it. Yeah, what's over here? What's over here, seeing as this is something? Okay, cool. You know what we're playing next time? We're playing Jellyfish Sanctum. Alright, cool. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. Yeah, fuck. I'm not supposed to do a 3-hour stream on the Thursdays. Okay, 2.5 hours. But yeah, anyways, like I've said, thank you guys all for showing up. This has been fun. Bye-bye, everybody. I have lingo to go record for an hour now. Frick.